Oh, darling, I love you more today than yesterday. Isn't that romantic, Beth?
Yes, it is.
You never know what I'm going to say, and I don't either. Same way with Oscar Osbo. He proves that it's live local radio because if you say it, you can't delete it. He's proof of that. So.
It's like squeezing toothpaste out of a tube. You can't squish it back in.
Yeah. So we have the managing director of the Howmet Playhouse, Beth Beaman, going to be talking about, three men and a tenor and the Taste of White Lake thing coming up.
Yes.
July 4th, right?
June 4th, actually. Yep.
Duh. Okay.
Yeah, it's only a week away, actually, from today, and we had a meeting last night for us. It was a great little get-together at Fetch Brewery here in town. We were sampling some of the beers that we're going to be having at Taste of White Lake.
Are you okay today?
Oh, I'm just fine.
You ain't got no hangover?
No
right?
hangover.
Okay.
They were just little tiny samples.
I know. I've been there, done that. That's a great place to go, too.
Yeah.
So we have a great pop vocal music group coming up. Quick-witted humor and overall likability. Three men and a tenor, a unique style of engaging performance that cannot be matched. Now, the group has been performing on stages the Beach Boys. They were on stage with the Beach Boys at one time. Lee Greenwood, Chuck Berry, Dionne Warwick. So it sounds like a very good group coming up. Saturday evening, what time?
Saturday evening at 7:30 p.m. Tickets are $15, and they're available at Whitehall City Hall and then at the door. Actually, the group is just a wonderful group of guys, and it's funny. If you go to our webpage, you can see their picture. There's three guys that are about 6'5" or even up to 6'8", I think. And then there's a guy, the tenor is about 5'2".
Really?
So they make a great picture on the stage. And they're a wonderful group of guys to work with. And they contacted us several months ago about wanting to come up here to do a show. And they're coming. So
Why did they contact you way in Whitehall, Michigan?
I know.
I can't figure that. You must have a good reputation.
I think we do. I think the word's getting around that it's a great venue to perform music in. Every musician that comes into the Playhouse says, we love to perform here. It's got a great intimate space, and the sound is just great in there.
The acoustics are very good. How old is that thing? 97 years old?
98 years old.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we'll be celebrating our 100th anniversary in 2016.
Wow.
So, yeah. Things are going very well.
I bet
Getting
you have
busy
a lot
at
of
Playhouse.
things planned for that, too.
Yes, we do. Yeah, we have a wonderful Friends of the Playhouse group that are actively working on collecting stories and pictures and programs and things from the past that we're going to be working to present, during that whole upcoming year.
All right. So, anything else you want to add about this group here?
Wonderful. I was hoping I was going to get Chuck Colby on the line, and he hasn't called yet. But getting Chuck Colby, he is one of the main contact for me through Three Men and a Tenor. So hopefully during this interview he'll give us a call up here at the station.
231-981-5389. That's 981-5389. Give us a call now. The phone will ring, and we'll get you on the air.
Perfect. Yep, he's down in Ann Arbor, actually, is where Chuck lives. So those guys, if he's listening, that would be awesome. I told him I was going to be on here this morning. So
they can listen on the World Wide Web.
Yes, they can. That's how I actually listen at work.
Is that right?
I do. I listen every day at work.
Okay.
So, and I get to hear Jim's voice and all the silly things he says, which is awesome. It makes me smile.
Then Oscar's back on now from 1 to 3, right?
Yes.
Aren't you? Okay.
I heard him yesterday, too.
Yeah, his wife was a little ill in the past couple of weeks, so he's been off the air. Got to tend to business,
Yes, you do.
Business for the wife.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what else do we have coming up?
Actually, we've got Taste of White Lake, as we talked about a little bit, and I want to talk a little bit more about that.
Okay.
Taste of White Lake is this next Thursday, June 4th, right outside the Playhouse from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. It is a fundraiser for the Playhouse that was started. This is actually the 7th annual Taste of White Lake. And was started by Harbor Light Credit Union, and they are one of the big supporters of this, and they organize this with a bunch of volunteers and another group. And it features this year 13 food vendors from the White Lake area.
Boy.
I know. And then wine, beer, and mead from Michigan, made in Michigan products. So it's going to be a really fun event. Every year, knock wood, we have had beautiful weather for this. We have a large tent that we set up outside the Playhouse, and we close off the street. Mike Snell, who is a local performer, will be providing the entertainment that day right up on the steps of the Playhouse.
Oh, wow. Now, the kids get in free. Did you mention that? I think you did.
Ages 7 and under. I did not, but thank you for reminding me. Ages 7 and under come in free. The tickets are $15 in advance and $20 at the gate. Beverage tickets are extra, but all of the profits go to benefit the Howmet Playhouse. So it's a huge fundraiser for us. Actually, it's the biggest fundraiser we do every year.
Yeah, so great food. This is really... How many vendors again?
13.
Oh, whoa. So I'm sure you have the Harbor View Grill on, right?
Yes, they are.
And who else? You don't have to list
give
them
you a
all,
list. Taqueria Diaz, which is the newest Mexican restaurant in town.
Oh,
they are
yeah.
going to be there, and talk to Adrian over there. He's got some great food planned.
I bet.
Wonderful stuff. Crosswinds is coming out, which they were not there last year. They're able to join us this year. We have Gary's Restaurant. Trying to go down my list
I know.
that
It's
I have
hard
in
to
front of me.
remember them all, isn't it?
It is, but it's going to be a really fun evening. It goes so smoothly. These volunteers that have been doing it for the last 7 years just know exactly what to do, and the event runs so smoothly. So, really grateful for all of their support.
Now, it's going to be at the Playhouse, right?
At the Playhouse.
And outside or inside or both?
It's outside primarily.
It's outside.
Yep, we close off the street right in front of the Playhouse, and we put a tent up in our parking lot, and then we have people sitting out in the street. It's just really a really good time. Oh, the one thing we did talk about last night I want to make sure I mentioned is that we will have some handicap accessible parking on the north side of the Playhouse. We're closing off Slocum, which is actually under construction, but you can still access the Playhouse. We're closing off that area for handicap accessibility just to make it easier for folks to get in and out.
Okay. Tell you what, we're going to take a little break to collect our thoughts, come back and kind of wrap this up. But you know, the Howmet Playhouse, what you said, 98 years old?
Yes.
How's the condition of it? We'll talk more about that. I want to get into that right after this. The new 98.9 Real Gold Radio Strawberry Alarm Clock from guess what year? You're right, 1967. By golly, you're smarter than you look. Incense and peppermints, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I was one.
So we're back with our managing director of the Howmet Playhouse, and we've been talking about the performance of Three Men and a Tenor. You just heard it a little while ago. And we also talked about the Taste of White Lake, which is coming up Thursday, the 4th of June, from 5 till 8 at the Howmet Playhouse. That's going to be a fun event, isn't it?
It is. It was so much fun last year, and as I was saying earlier, it is so well run. I actually got to just enjoy the event and talk to everybody that was there. It was really fun.
Yeah, usually if you're heavy into it, you don't have time to really enjoy it, do you?
No, you usually don't. But this time I did. It was really nice. The volunteers are amazing. They know exactly what has to be done.
Now, a building that is 98 years old needs a lot of maintenance.
Yes, she does.
And every once in a while, some heavy-duty maintenance.
Yes.
How's the building doing?
You know, it's doing okay. For as old as it is, you know, for a long time, the maintenance had been deferred for many years on a lot of the systems that we have.
It wasn't too serious.
No, it's not too bad. But, you know, it is old. And so we are actually in the process of looking at a capital campaign, and we are hoping to be part of the proposed quality of life millage, which is taking place. They're hoping to have it take place, I believe, in November in Muskegon County. So that is actually, I can't call it a renewal because it is a new vote. So what they're doing is the county is proposing to do a new millage that would raise funds to support some of the things that we consider quality of life benefits. And the Howmet Playhouse is supposed to be we are hoping would be included in that.
Of course.
But we're looking to raise about $4 million, which is a lot of money for a community this size. But our friends of the Playhouse have been actively working to kind of gauge where people would be, and it's going very well. We do have a vision plan down for what it would take to renovate the inside and put in an addition to the south that would give us handicap accessible bathrooms and some bigger things like that.
This is over time.
Well, hopefully it would happen within a short amount of time.
Really?
That we would only have to close her down for a short period of time and be able to open back up.
We don't want to do that, but I guess you're going to have to if you're going to do that type of renovation. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Well, we wish everybody good luck on that, and
Thank you.
I'm sure it will happen.
I think so too.
Yeah.
It's a gem in our community, and we're lucky to have it.
Yeah, we sure are. I remember years and years ago, I attended a concert there with Ernest Tubb.
Really?
Yeah, this was, I guess, back in the 70s or something, and he drove up in this. It must have been November because it was almost dark at 7 o'clock in the evening. He comes rolling up in his really old diesel touring bus. Ernie Tubb. And I think he smoked as much as the bus did.
We'll have to talk about off air about that a little bit
Yeah.
more and get the story.
But
That's
he-
great.
He was a gem of a guy. He'd seen everything in country music. You know,
Oh,
over
sure.
the years. Everything. Boy, okay. Well, I think we've covered everything.
Perfect.
Okay, we have had the managing director of the Howmet Playhouse on, Beth Beaman. Want to thank you once again.
Thank
and
you.
A lot of things coming up. I hope everybody takes advantage of it.